Starting from 1st April 2026, the new Income Tax Act will come into play, replacing the decades-old Income Tax Act 1961. While it may sound quite interesting, but in reality, the Honorable Finance Minister has committed a very big blunder by passing the new act. Let me explain you why. Put it simply, Income Tax Act is not just any other common act. It is an act based on which the finances of our country are shaped and guided. This act affects each and every citizen and corporate of this country, as well as all those non-residents who undertake business dealings with India. Having said the above, the old Income Tax Act 1961 was a well-established and well-settled law. Although there are many areas of open litigation in the old act as well, but a lot of other areas were already well settled by the judicial precedents over a period of 60 years since its inception. This guided the way forward for the taxpayers, tax department, tax professionals, and the judiciary as well. But now, with the new act in place, all those previous judicial precedents will be null and void, and the tax department will basically have an open ground to start new litigations on the matters which were already settled previously, just because the new law is in place and the old law is no longer valid. Ironically, one of the stated objectives by the finance minister for bringing the new Income Tax Act was to reduce litigations. Another stated objective for bringing the new income tax law was to make the language of the law concise and easy to understand. Like, seriously, is this why new laws are made? To simplify the language? Whom are we making the laws for? Junior KG kids? Is simplification of language so very much important that the entire act be changed just to simplify the language? It's ridiculous. None of the major developed countries in the world have a direct tax code which is easy and simple to understand. Direct tax by itself is inherently complex and difficult to understand, and which is why there are professionals in place to make you understand the income tax law. Just like you need doctors to understand the human body, you need tax professionals to understand the Income Tax Act. Merely simplifying the language won't change a thing. To the contrary, it would make all the more difficult for people to get along with the new act because people are so much used to quoting the old sections. It would be very much difficult for everyone to memorize the new sections and unlearn the old sections. In other words, it's just like changing the patterns of the QWERTY keypad. Just because alphabet starts from A, B, C, D and ends at X, Y, Z, you won't change your QWERTY keypad from QWERTY to A, B, C, D, right? That doesn't make any sense. The same is the case with the new income tax bill. They have just rearranged and repacked the earlier sections and the wordings and rephrased everything in the new act, thereby making it all the more confusing for the people to understand. It's just repackaging of the old act. In fact, post the budget of 2026, the new law has already started becoming more complicated again because the sections with alphabets have already started creeping into the new act once again. So the whole objective of simplifying the language is down the road. So well done, Sitaraman Didi, well done on this. And the cherry on the cake is the fact that the new Income Tax Act did not have any objective to bring any policy level changes. Like what? This, my dear friends, is the biggest blunder of all, or should I say the mother of all the blunders. The new act was like a golden opportunity to clarify all the existing confusion and the ongoing litigations which are there and to clarify the legislature intent on them. Just by making policy level changes, the litigations would have reduced drastically. Not only this, a 4,000-page select committee report consolidated the feedbacks from the industry representatives on the new Income Tax Act. But sadly, majority of the suggestions were ignored just because the policy level changes were not required to be done. I fail to understand the point of bringing the new law when you don't want to bring any policy level changes. Like, is Parliament a joke to you where you just go and say that the language of the act is too difficult to understand, so we want to change the act? I mean, use Google or AI for this. Why do you want to replace the whole act just for this one stupid purpose? To conclude, the finance minister has made a serious blunder by passing the new Income Tax Act. Better approach would have been to either bring in the policy level changes in the new act or to retain the old act and make the necessary changes there itself. There was absolutely no need to bring in the new act just to simplify the language and reduce the size of the law. It was absolutely not necessary. In other words, Honorable Finance Minister, you have used a nuclear weapon to kill a mosquito. Yes, that's how I would like to put it. You have used a nuclear weapon to kill a mosquito. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Do like, share and subscribe for more such videos.